The best kind of dong.
The best kind of dong there is.
It's the Hakong dong. All right, we're back at Boozy Boys. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We left you on a cliffhanger last time. I apologize for that, but we have to use whatever trickery we can
Strategy
to try to make sure you guys actually come and watch these. So, anyways, Adam, proceed with your story.
Please sponsor us, Mother.
Yes, please sponsor us, Mother's Brewery, please. Pretty please. Pretty please.
Pretty please. Okay, so they were supposed to ask if there's any dietary restrictions or food allergies in our greet, and they say that they're both vegan, which is fine. This isn't like a hating vegan story. Before we get started.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, the lady orders. She wants an old dish that's no longer on our menu, mind you. It was called Mediterranean spaghetti, and it's as simple as it sounds: spaghetti marinara sauce, capers, like had bell peppers and Clamato olives. It was just like a veggie lasagna.
Ooh, I love
veggie spaghetti, right? But it was like the only dish that was naturally vegan on our menu.
Mm-hmm.
But we no longer have it anymore. Maybe the company hates vegans. I don't know. I can't speak for them. But anyway, so she's trying to order that, and I say like, well, we don't really have bell peppers anymore, and we didn't have. I think there was one other vegetable that we no longer carried that went in it, and I was like, well, we can make it pretty close. And she's like, all right, well, my next question is do we still have to get the gigantic portions here, or is there a way to get a smaller portion? And I said, well, we do have sides of pasta. I could modify all of that and, get you a smaller portion if that's what you like. And she's like, I would. That sounds fantastic. So I ring in. I take out the weirdo way of ringing it all in with the way that she wants it. Don't charge her for any of the vegetables, mind you, right? Because I'm bringing value to the customer.
Value, baby.
Value, baby. Stamp it. Capital V. So it comes out, and she's, as I'm like conversing with the husband about his food and making sure that that's okay, she's like stirring it around a little bit. Like she is already not happy with something that is going on here. And she looks up to me and she's like, yeah, is there a way that I can just get a little more pasta?
Oh my God.
And I did like one of those, like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't believe her.
Okay, right? I really feel like in that situation, you have to give. And I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
You kind of have to. Like, I mean, if you don't, I would like question what's wrong with you. Like, what are you thinking? You can't have someone come in and tell you that they don't want so much pasta, and then turn around and be like, "Hey, can I get some more pasta?"
What are you skipping out on me?
Get some more pasta up in this bitch.
Yeah. So I go to my manager, and I'm like, "Hey, man, like this is a situation." I was like, should I just ask the kitchen for some pasta, or do you want me to ring it aside?" And he's like, "Well, you didn't charge her for any of the vegetables, right?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, then don't you feel like she should pay for the pasta?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kinda." Like. I mean, I guess I don't get to go places and just be like, yeah, can I get some more of this shit and not pay for it?
You're right.
So anyway, we get her some pasta, and I put marinara sauce on the side, right? Because, I want everything just to be on the up and up. If it was a sauce issue, it's not on your pasta that you asked for. If it was just a pasta issue, here's more sauce for your more pasta. I got you.
Here's more sauce
way.
For your more pasta.
Right. So they are finishing up or whatever. I drop the check. The husband calls me over and he says, "Hey, I think there's some miscommunication going on in here. She was trying to be nice and not send her dish back because there was too much sauce in it. So we just asked for the extra spaghetti as sort of a way to dilute it."
Oh. So she was upset that there was
the concept of diluting
right.
Sauce. I love that. But Yes, so rather than inform me that her side of pasta that was probably the perfect size that she wanted to eat had too much sauce on it, and it would take me approximately 2.5 minutes for me to produce a different one for you that doesn't have the sauce, you would rather request for more pasta that you ended up taking home
Oh my gosh, these people.
and then not pay for any extra vegetables or anything in your food, and then have the balls to bitch about the extra side of pasta that you bring in
That
that you're taking
is
home.
amazing. That's like James Corden level behavior right there.
You can't write this shit. What's James Corden level behavior? I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know what level
Oh,
behavior
well,
that
there's
is.
this big, just if you Google James Corden right now, the guy's getting flamed big time. But basically, the whole thing is he apparently is a real prick to servers in restaurants. And there's this,
Oh, because they're definitely people you should be mean to.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
The people handling the things that are going into your
Well,
mouth. For
well,
sure.
not even from that angle, but just what has the server ever done to you?
Yeah.
Like anyway, go ahead.
He's like, I'm James fucking Corden. Give me my extra pasta that I don't want. I
Peasant
need to dilute
trash.
this stuff.
I need to dilute this.
But there's some like fancy hoity-toity restaurant in New York or whatever that apparently very publicly banned him from the restaurant because he treats their wait staff and everybody so terribly. And shit, I'm getting torn up here. Oh, the freaking slime! The slime, George. Oh, hold on just a second here.
Imagine being a celebrity and like going into a restaurant and no one wants to talk to you.
You're right. Well, no one's gonna want to talk to him now. It's hilarious
You're right.
because shit. Like I'm
Like,
wondering.
no one wants to wait on you, you know?
Oh, imagine like your job is to run a show where you essentially need to be beloved by the audience,
Yeah.
or it's just not gonna work. You know.
Right.
Shit! I'm getting my ass kicked here,
I'm
dude.
distracting you.
A little bit, but that's okay. I'm just kidding. You're not.
It's
Well,
still my fault.
It's
Speaking
not
of
your
followers.
fault. It's I need to blame somebody for my suckitude right now. If my chat was in here right now, they'd be like, "Of course you're failing."
Suffering, suckitude.
Good Lord, I used up 5 potions in that. I just want the sweet chest. Watch, we're gonna get the sweet chest, and it's not gonna have like jack in it. I'm gonna be ticked.
It'll just have a bag full of Hakong dongs in it.
Kong dongs. Oh shoot, I'm about to die.
Whoever you are, Hakong Dong in first place in the fitness app,
Well,
you're a legend.
what would be the odds, like, if he was a follower? They're like, hey, I'm a Kong Dong. I do a lot of steps.
If that were the odds, I would cement the fact that I should never play the lottery ever again because all of my luck has been used up.
Right? Top comment is from, I really hope, like, someone makes a YouTube account, names it Hakong Dong just for this.
Well, now you're giving him ideas.
Maybe. So anyways, yeah, James Corden, like, he apparently, like I said, treats wait staff and stuff really terribly. And like I said, this restaurant
Nice guy.
very publicly banned him. And now, like, he's just getting absolutely roasted on the internet for being a prick, which obviously he deserves, given, you know, what they're saying.
Like
But-
other people that work at other restaurants, like, yeah, I waited on this.
Oh yeah. There's people coming forward from all over the place, like, oh yeah, this guy's terrible, and then giving examples, and then other people like who have been at the restaurant seated next to him, they're like, yeah, I never said anything about this, but like I went to a restaurant, you were there, and we thought about saying hello, but then we saw how you were treating everyone and decided, fuck that, you know.
I mean, really, what can you really be that big of a dick about in a public place? Like, you sit down, hey, how you doing tonight, sir? Go fuck yourself. Okay.
yeah.
Well, welcome to Phil in the restaurant. What would you like to drink tonight? How about something on ice and cold, and not before I hand you a glass with my piss in it. There
we
how
go.
offensive do you really get?
I like where that story ended up. That was a really good ending to that story here. I really don't think there's a way that it could have been any better than where it ended right there. So good job. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's what I bring to the table here, folks. But yeah, no,
man,
people are writing all this stuff about like how awful
I'm gonna have to
he
look
has
some
been.
of this up. I eat this kind of shit up.
Yeah, no, that's part of what I want to mention. Is I was like, as a server, oh dude, you're probably gonna have a field day reading some of this crap. But
man.
So I always kind of question, like, well, all these people coming forward. Yeah, I was sitting next to you and you were awful. It's like, is this really just somebody chasing internet clout? Because that's definitely a thing.
Well, it definitely is a thing.
You're a personality streamer.
No skill, baby.
Yeah.
All personality and no skill.
That prick. That whole story still just cracks me up like so hard.
I guess I just love the fact that there was somebody out there with like enough energy to like seek other people out that they had never met, just to like talk about how bad they are and how cool, like, you're really bad at games and I'm way better. Okay.
What I've started doing
Thanks.
is whenever people do stuff like that to me, I just put a reply comment saying, I love you. I love
like
you.
a
I love you.
Emoji.
yeah, with the kissy face. No, just I love you, period. And just so it sounds like really sincere. Just I want him to be like,
kind of weird out.
Yeah. That's what I'm going for. I want him to be a little weirded out by what's going on here.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, I love
you
that
fight
kind of
trolling
shit,
with better trolling.
Yeah. Oh, I love getting trolled because I love trolling back. It's what I live for, dude. Oh my gosh.
It's what I live for.
I get the biggest boner when like someone comes into my chat and tries to give me shit about stuff. It's like, if it's my own people, that's one thing. But like if it's just some schmuck off of the street or whatever, it's like,
oh man,
like,
I'm gonna create a fake Twitch account and troll the fuck out of you.
Dude, I have instructed my mods. I'm like, do not ban these people until I get to have fun with them for a little bit.
How fast can I get banned on Steam stream?
Yeah, I was like, you got to give me a minute to try to have fun with them. But if it gets to the point where it's just ruining the experience for the chat, then it's okay to go ahead and boot them. But otherwise, don't boot them because I want to play with them a little bit.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a fake account and I'm gonna stream me going into your chat and getting banned. It'll be the only bot on the page.
The only bot on the page. I only follow one channel
from RDR.
This guy that I'm banned from. Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
That would be. What? Oh, I'm running out.
Hey, Slutbanger 420.
Slutbanger 420. Yeah. Slutbanger 420 was here.
Yeah, that was me.
You should see if that. Oh no, they wouldn't let you keep that account. Actually,
they would never allow it.
They would never allow it. Twitch, those prudes.
Feeling very verklempt.
So before we went live, Adam was talking about or griping about working at an Italian restaurant. And I was like, bro, I could eat Italian food every single day. He's like, no, you can't. And I was like, watch me. Because I will tear up some pasta, man. But there's so many great Italian dishes. He wasn't really complaining. I'm just saying that. But I was like, man.
Believe it or not, I kind of like my job.
And I think that's really great, actually. And I know that you do. I think I think that's awesome because, think how many people do you know that just hate what they do?
Yeah, for sure.
Being able to enjoy what you do.
I have hated what I've done before, and I did not like that. I'm sure you could relate.
Oh, for sure. Hell, I hated what I did for years.
I loved that one post where I won't mention any details, but you were like, "Watch out!" You were like, "Don't do it, past Steve."
Oh yeah. I got so many messages from people like, bro, are you okay? I'm like, you realize this is a post from like 7 years ago. just for some clarification here.
Oh man,
It
it was
was
funny.
it
I
was
laughed.
I thought it was hilarious.
I
And
thought it
then
was
but
hilarious too.
that's how you know you fucked up though, is when you start getting private messages from mom and she's like, honey, is everything all
Is
right?
everything okay?
And I'm like, oh mom. But her only fault in this is loving me, so she loves her son, so you can't complain
Nothing
about
wrong
that.
with
But
that, folks.
right, exactly. um Excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna get rid of this thing that looks like a bag of turds is like really valuable, so I'm gonna get
Oh, I
that.
completely wasn't paying attention. Did you get the master chest?
No, not yet. No, I still don't. We haven't come across any more mimics since then. And the thing is, now we have the little teleport thing here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
If you die, it goes
If
away.
you die, it goes away. So like now that
Yeah.
now that I have the merchant, what do they call it, merchant emblem. If I do come across one, I can totally do that exploit that I was talking about before. But
Oh, I
alas, I
see.
could
I
not.
see.
Let's go back. We're gonna teleport. Oopsie. What were we talking about a second ago? Oh yeah, that post.
Don't
So
do it, past Steve.
it was a post of like the day that I started this job that I used to have. Uh, oh my god. Okay, yeah. There's a lot, way too many stories to tell there. So I'll just say, um, it was a Facebook post, which is hilarious because I don't even
But
use
how
Facebook
excited you
anymore.
were about to
Yeah,
join
to
it.
start this new job. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
starting my new job at such and such today, blah blah blah. And you can tell I'm all like excited and encouraged and all that because I was
Right.
coming out of an even shittier job to go to the job that was still shitty, but it was less shitty than the previous job. So, anyways, it's like decided to start my new job, and you know how like Facebook, if you guys use Facebook at all, you're probably aware of this, I assume. It brings up your memories and
Yeah.
like past stuff that happens and all that, and most of the time it's good because it's like pictures of my kids or cool shit that happened or whatever. But this one, I was like, oh great, because it's that freaking job. Well, so I commented on that post, and that post was like a decade old or however long ago that was. And I was like, no, don't do it past Steve. And I thought that was really hilarious. But I got like a bunch of messages from people like, hey, dude, are you all right? And I'm like,
I read it with so much more like exasperation in the voice. Like, no, don't do it, past Steve. You know, like
I that was one of those moments where like I was cracking myself up, but I'm not really cracking anybody else up. But if it entertains me, I'm okay with that.
I got you. I was on the other. I was like on the other side of the high five with that. It was a good post.
The
I
other
laughed.
side of the high five. I like that, man. I need to start saying that. But yeah, that was too funny because it's like I said, my mom was the first person, and she's like, hey, is everything all right? No, I'm like, oh mom, it was just a joke. And then eventually I post like a clarification like, hey, if in case anybody looked at this is like a 10-year-old post, and so I'm commenting as a joke, like saying no, don't do it because that job turned out to be crap, you know. But yeah, people on the bright side, I know that people care about me, so I can't complain
That's a
too much.
win-win. The takeaway is a win-win.
That is a win-win.
In a similar vein of something not nearly as funny, but a ex-coworker of mine, he's a huge Bengals fan, and like when they play the Dolphins, I don't follow Cincinnati, so I might be getting my times mixed up, but say it was an 8 o'clock game, which I think it was. It's around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and he posts on Facebook like,
oh, I think I know.
Bengals 32, Dolphins 27. You know? And then I was just like, oh, geez. Okay, whatever. And then, like, I had a couple comments. I want to see if anybody was talking shit, because I was curious. So I looked in the comment section, and his mom goes, "What do you mean, Matt? They don't even play until 8, silly." And I just laughed because, like, this, you can just tell, like, she is not caught, like, grasping that it's, like, a prediction of the score.
Oh, man.
Like, like, to me, that made me laugh. Like, that he knows that, right?
I love that. I love when people do stuff like that online. It's just like you can tell that they just don't get it.
They just don't get
it. My favorite, and you see this a lot more on Facebook than you do on other forms of social media, and it's funny because I didn't really understand this back when I actually used Facebook. But like Facebook really is the old person's social media.
It is.
Well,
it's like a hard truth.
It very much is. Yeah, but it's 100% accurate. Well, like whenever I'm trying to think what this was, but like I posted a post about something, and then like my mom comes trotting in the comment section like, "Hey, can you give me a call? I want to blah blah blah." And it's just like, text me, call me, even. You send me, don't reply to a public post, "Hey, can you call me about such and such?" You're making yourself look really dumb, right? And I'm not saying anything that I haven't already said to her, so don't feel like I'm talking behind her back or anything.
Just like, just the whole, like, the innocence of it.
The innocence, that's the great way to put it. Yeah, it's just like, there's something unspoiled about that. And
for sure.
Oh, you motherfucker.
My wife's aunt, like, legitimately, just the other day, posted, she was trying to reply to a text message, but somehow she had posted the entire conversation of the text on Facebook on her page. And she was like, "Aunt Gail, what are you doing? Stop posting your text conversation."
That is so funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just like, yep, that's a Facebook thing for sure.
Well, there was one time where, like, back in the day, I worked at T-Mobile, and there was an old guy that called in, and this was back when, like, smartphones were just becoming a thing. Well, like, it always cracks me up. There's, like, the old people that, like, are scared to death of technology. And then there's the old people that embrace technology and actually learn it. But then the third and most dangerous group is the group that embraces technology but really doesn't have the smarts or put in the effort to actually understand it or anything. Well, so this guy, he had bought like an Android smartphone, and this is back when all this shit was brand new. Well, he was so upset that like contacts were showing up in his phone that shouldn't be there and stuff. Well, the whole thing is like you link your Google account to your phone and then it syncs all that stuff. It's a good thing. Well, like he could not understand. He's like, "Why is all this stuff in my phone? I didn't tell that guy to put it in my phone. He's hacking my email and he's doing this and doing that."
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "Sir, there's ghosts in your phone." That's what I wanted to say. But
that's what I wanted to say.
Just wanted to be like, yeah, there's ghosts in your phone. That's what's doing that, But like this guy he was so sure that this guy had been like hacking his email and whatever. It was so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that guy's got nothing else to do but hack into.
He wants to hack a 70-year-old dude's email account and see what's going on.
Public's iPhone 2.
Right. Oh my gosh.
He said the most dangerous group.
The most dangerous group.
And like in my profession, I find out who those people are very quickly by the fact that you offer them a QR code to do anything.
A QR code. Oh yeah, that's next level.
A QR code for the menu or to pay. That separates the people who embrace and who reject technology very quickly.
Embrace and reject.
Yeah. Because you got the people that are like, "Oh, this is awesome. I just learned how to do this last week. Or they're like, oh man, ever since somebody taught me how to do this, I love paying this way. I could just get out of here. Love it. And then you've got the other people that are like, I don't even know what this is. You're gonna take this card and you're gonna run it and give me the receipt back. You know, I have to say crotchety and curmudgeonly. It's the only way to go. But,
You're exactly, yeah.
you know,
You
they
got to
don't
do the
even-
voice.
but like they don't even. There's no attempt, nor has there been, and nor will there be.
Nor will there be
any kind of willingness to learn anything new in quite some time. That was really close.
That
by the
was
way.
very
7 hit
close.
points.
Dang, son. Yeah, no, that's true. But I'll tell you, especially now, like in a post-COVID world, man, that
QR codes got real popular.
Oh, hell yes. I realized that so much more when we took our trip out to Louisville when you and I got to meet finally. Because we went to several places that were starting to do that. And I'm like, I love this because I don't have to. I hate menus. Menus always gross me the hell out because
Like actual menus?
like physical menus. Yeah.
Physical menus gross you out.
Physical menus gross me out because like
That's a hot take.
well, just people like touching and coughing and boogering.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just, you know, I don't know if I've ever like met anyone in my personal life that has been like.
Well, it's funny because I'm not even like a germaphobe or anything.
Menus
but I
just
have
gross me out.
Oh man,
Just,
all my life, all my freaking life, menus.
I mean,
yeah.
again, you're not wrong. They are a bacteria-ridden cesspool for sure.
Bacteria-ridden cesspool.
But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh,
So you
man.
like the QR code?
I
You're
love
a
the QR.
champion
Yeah,
of the QR code.
all about it, baby. All about it.
My only issue, now this is going to make me sound like a really fucking old man. My only issue with the QR code is like, I can't see all of the menu at once. I've got to move it around and I can't, what if I'm missing something? You know, like what if I miss a tab or like a corner and there's my dream sandwich down there. But
My
I just couldn't
dream
see it.
sandwich. You got to be
out
thorough,
there, Jerry. That dream sandwich
That
is
dream
out
sa-
there, Jerry.
That dream sandwich, George.
Oh, just as an episodic update, my Seinfeld Getting Ready episode this morning was Kramer getting little Jerry Seinfeld the rooster.
Little Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, that's a good
Yes.
one.
All in the name of Kramer winning cage-free eggs.
Right. I'm going to portal back actually and dump off this stuff because we're up to level 3 and we're going to get a lot of cool shit on this this level of the dungeon. So it's like I'm already full. I don't want to be going through here and missing out on all the cool shit because my bag's full.
The best, Jerry. The best.
And I still don't have the freaking mimic egg. Ugh. I want my freaking mimic egg.
Do you normally have it by now?
Um,
Because you have that farming method.
yeah,
that you talked
normal.
about?
See, this is the thing is normally I do, but the thing is that the mimics, they don't spawn that frequently. Now, if you watched our last playthrough, you know
Man,
they
that one
spawn
dungeon
like a
was
motherfucker. Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's like we couldn't go in a room without getting like absolutely obliterated by mimics.
For
So
sure.
like I don't know if that
They're
like
this is legitimately never happened.
no, never. No. So like I wonder if that like jacked up the spawn rate because normally I will have found another one by now and been able to farm it, but we got so many before I just don't even know, man. So I should buy some more potions. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need to stay the night because I don't hardly have any money. So I'll stay the night. I'll sell a bunch of stuff. I'll make some money, and bada bing, bada boom.
So can I ask you a personal question, Steve?
Yeah, go for it.
So when you're on the telephone,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's an increasingly rare thing these days. but,
Right.
I mean, just think about throughout your life. whenever you've been on the telephone, were you someone that constantly walked around or paced or doodled or anything like that? Or were you just eye on the prize of the conversation?
I think it kind of depends on the length of the conversation. If it's like not just like an insanely long conversation, then I'll typically eye on the prize, kind of deal. Now,
Right.
however, like if it's a long, like man, I'm trying to think of an example here. Okay, like I'll take calls about the magazine, nestpromagazine.com. Go buy it, folks. But no, I'll take calls from
The link will be in the description, right, Steve?
yeah, exactly. We should put it in the description, and I'll try to put it up on stream right now.
Right now.
But no, I'll take calls from Steve or whatever, and they're usually pretty freaking lengthy calls. So I'll walk and talk with a cell phone, walk and talk.
A cell phone walk and talk.
It's funny because I think about that episode a lot because the whole cell phone walk and talk thing, and it's like, now that's like the only way people take calls. But Jerry was like, "Oh, you don't call her when you're on your cell phone walking around." Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
But no, generally I would just sit idle and take the phone call. So
That's
why?
fair.
What made you ask that question?
Nothing in particular. I have this little journal that I use for stream notes and stuff, and I was actually on a conversation not too long ago, and I had do like habitual doodles and stuff, and I just happened to look down and be like, what the hell is that even supposed to be? And that was just, and so that's what I was just like, I wonder like if I do that. And like my wife has criticized me for like walking around just like forever when I'm on the phone. Like I can't just stay still. I've constantly have to be moving. So it's like, you ever go through those things where it's just like, am I the only one?
Am I the only one?
I am the last one. Like
That's
I
funny.
need someone to agree with me. That's not weird.
That's funny. No, I mean, yeah, I mean that's the thing is like, especially if it's a long phone call, it kind of honestly, if anything, I feel like it helps keep me focused. I'm looking to see if any of these match. Here we go. But yeah, I think it kind of helps keep me focused if it's a longer phone call, because if I'm just sitting there, I think I'm going to start losing interest. And that sounds bad, but the thing is, I'm just one of those people that like, man, I just don't like talking on the phone. I just don't, and it sucks because I'm even worse at texting too, because my dad sent me a text like 3 days ago about something, and I just responded to him yesterday. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Because this is what happens is
I'm a mental responder.
You're the mental responder. Like you think you responded, and then you later like, oh shoot, I never responded. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, like that, or I'll just be like, oh yeah, like I'll just answer the question in my head and like send the text mentally and then just not physically.
And then when someone gets pissed at you, you're like, oh, I answered that.
I know, I totally answered.
And then you go back and you look at the text history, like, oh wait, I just did it in my head again.
Yeah.
Like this is ancient wood. I'll give you some ancient wood.
But you're bad at texting back too.
Yeah, and it. I feel like people don't believe me when I say this sometimes. They're like, I am so freaking busy. Like I have to program out like almost every hour of my day in order to be able to get all the shit done that I need to get done. So like when people text me, this is the worst combination, is when someone texts me at an inopportune time, like when I'm on stream or if I'm cooking dinner, or like, stuff like that. Like I'll see the text message, but I'll be like, I can't respond to that right now because I'm doing something, because I have like so little idle time. So anyway, so like, I'll get the message, I'll read it, but I won't respond to it. And then the deed is done. Like I'll forget it completely by that point and just kind of, it's like it never happened practically. So, Yeah. If I was smart enough to just not read the messages and leave them unread or something, I would probably be better off. Why aren't any of these people buying my shit? Buy my shit, people.
I've set the price. I've seen what makes you people cheer.
See what makes you people cheer. So yeah, if I was smart enough to do that, I would probably be better off. Or Discord DMs and stuff like that. There's always someone who needs something. You know how it goes.
For sure. I mean, I can't say that I'm as busy as you are because that the way that you have it sounded. I mean, you're a pretty busy guy.
Yeah, well, that's and I don't know. Again,
But you're also a man that wears many hats.
yeah, and that's the thing is like I kind of hate talk. And I'm not saying I don't want to talk about it right now because this is content. We need stuff to talk about. No, but like because it feels like or when I talk about it, I feel like I'm like tooting my horn, like I'm like some kind of important person, which I'm absolutely not.
I was gonna say anybody that knows you knows that you don't actually like you're not actually saying it like that. You know?
Right, but it's my internal voice that's like, dude, shut up,
it.
you know.
All right, fine. We won't talk about how busy Steve is anymore. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I know, but yeah, it's just that like I just don't have time for all that crap. And it's like whenever like, I get so many messages that like I'll just ignore. Like unless if it's something I'd like, unless I just absolutely need to respond to it. There's a lot of times where I'm just like, I don't have time for this shit, and I just don't do it. So,
I mean, I think everybody's done that a time or two.
well, and the dangerous thing about that, and the thing, honestly, the thing that made me really terrible about it was when being on Facebook gaming, because the thing that I found is when you're on Facebook gaming, it links everything to your personal profile and all that, and people feel like they need to be your friend and all that and stuff. And it's not that I'm against having friends or that I'm too good to be people's friend or whatever, but the truth is that there's one of me and there's thousands of them, and
Right.
like I just cannot talk to everybody. I just don't, because
sure.
I've got a family I got to pay attention to. I've got a job I've got to do. I've got to, you know, I'm scraping to make this editing business work. And I mean, and it is. So don't think I'm complaining about that because things are actually going really well right now.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I just don't have time for all of the things, so I have to kind of like pick the things that I'm gonna do. There's a guy, and I'm only gonna say this just because I know he's never gonna watch this video, but there's this guy on Facebook who messaged me the other day out of the blue. Probably because I posted that clip compilation on Facebook. I think I told you about that, didn't I?
I don't think you did.
Oh, well, I posted a clip compilation. This is so stupid. This is a stupid story, but I'm going to tell it anyways because it's all content. But I randomly got a $50 payment from Facebook. I'm like, what the hell? Because I haven't streamed on Facebook in 2 years now. Well,
Right.
I'm assuming what had happened is I may have had some money sitting in my account that never paid out, and then they finally just now paid me out, which makes no sense. Why would they do that 2 years later?
Right.
Well, the thing that I thought it was is way back in the day, I unlocked the ability to put ads in my video uploads. I didn't get ads like in my stream or anything because I don't even know if Facebook still has that option or not, but they didn't offer in-stream ads like you get on Twitch. You could put ads on your video uploads, not even your VODs. It had to be uploaded videos. Well, the thing about that is that Facebook has a trash, or at least back then, had like a trash sort of UI or, you know, whatever they were. Facebook Watch, I think is what they called it back then. I don't know if they call it that still or not, but it was just terrible. And so I uploaded some stuff. It never did anything. And so I eventually gave up on it. So I thought, well, hey, maybe that started taking off. And I had some of those videos that I uploaded actually get some ad revenue or something.
Yeah.
Well, I looked and I've been stripped of that ability by Facebook. So probably because I've ignored their website like the plague for the last 2 years. So it definitely wasn't that. And so I looked and looked and looked and looked but in the process of thinking, oh, maybe I've got like ad revenue or something, I uploaded a video just to test things out. just to see
Okay.
like, and obviously it turns out that none of what I thought was happening. But because I uploaded that video, it was like I prairie dogged my head out of the ground. Um, and people were like, start sending me messages again. And I'm like, oh, you know, and again, it's not that I don't like these people or that I don't want to be, you know, friends with them or whatever. It's just that I only have so many hours in the day and I have to be reserving that time for the things that are the most needful for my life, for my family's life, and for the business that I'm trying to build.
For
And
sure.
when I got
I think
random
that's a
Joe,
pretty reasonable thing to say.
yeah, yeah, but not everyone sees it that way. So
Where
whatever.
did them turds go?
Where did them turds go? That lady is my favorite person. Where did them turds go? Where does shit go? We want to know. Just notice where did them turds go?
When in doubt, envy it out.
Ooh, we can upgrade our armor, and we cannot upgrade our bow. We don't have the right stuff.
This guy's got
Oh.
like the perma face of like he is seeing something he is terrified of.
Look, his hand is like bigger than his head.
It's true. Or it's a very equal size.
Look at the size of that hand.
And
Why does
look
it
at
say
his
that I
small
don't
little feet.
own? I have the training gloves. That's what I'm wearing, right? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I have the freaking sword and shield. What am I thinking? I'm such a moron. Okay, I want this, but I don't. Shit. I wasn't tracking it, so I accidentally got rid of, what are those, foundry rests? Yeah, you don't have enough foundry. I have 3, but I need 4. Fudge. Okay.
Did you accidentally sell one?
I accidentally sold them because I was tracking the wrong one. But okay, well, we can upgrade our armor. This will at least make us stronger to where we can take more hits and stuff.
So, this is just a very quick, funny story, but I think that you'll get a kick out of it. So I'm in this group called the Elden Ring Toxic Community on Facebook. But like
So the Elden
toxic
Ring
is in
community.
but the toxic is in quotes, if that makes it better.
Right.
You know? So I saw this meme and it was originally a Final Fantasy meme. But I took my phone and I just like on purpose, very crappily just shiced it into an Elden Ring meme. And as I posted it in the group, I said, "Enjoy this F tier meme that I made while farting today." Was was my comment. So the meme, I mean, it's not really that funny at all. It sort of is, but it's from GI Joe, and the initial one was when you oh god, I don't even know what the Final Fantasy reference is now. I was so far beyond it, but I was like, I made it into like the first half of beating a Soulsborne game at a level 1 run is now is like, oh fuck, I gotta pull it up now because now I'm like GI Joe. It's like, and now you know whatever. But the second half is, but instead like, where it says like, and that's half the battle. The other half says, but the other half is with extreme violence. And so so I made it about, you know, beating a Soulsborne game level 1 is like the first half is knowing and the other half is extreme violence, right? It's a shit meme. I knew that going into it. But then somebody commented in there, and that's where all the best things are in communities like that, are the comment sections. And this guy comments, the farting comment is the cherry on top of this cringe fest. And then posts a gif of Shrek holding a camera that says, "Snap, this is going in the cringe collection."
Dude, oh man, that's a pretty solid roast.
It's a pretty solid roast.
No, what the fuck? Oh, I just
I
screwed
laughed
this
at it
up. Oh my gosh.
far too long myself. You know, like, all right, that was really good. I'll give you that.
The fart is the cherry on top. Oh my gosh.
This cringe. But that was the whole point. They fell into my trap, Georgie.
They fell into my trap. All right, we're gonna cut it here since I just fucked up big time. We'll pick it up again next time. So, thanks a lot for hanging out with us, guys.
Have fun.
Yeah, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh,